You know who did Jackie Gleason?
Brad Garrett.
Brad Garrett played Jackie Gleason.
How did that happen? A super tall guy, but he did it. He was great.
Jackie Gleason, yeah, the tall years or something. I don't know.
I shined up your bowling shoes for you, too. Are you comfy, sweetums? Oh, and by the way...
Aha! Aha! By the way, huh? All right, what's by the way?
I just saw Brad yesterday.
Brad, you were just inducted into the Television Hall of Fame of the National Association for
Broadcasters Hall of Fame.
Brad Garrett seemed like a long shot. I remember like him because he's so crazy tall. You'd see him at the Improv and you go, how could he be cast in anything?
Well, he wasn't, you know, we wrote the show based on my life, so it was based on my brother in real life, who really was a cop, a New York City cop, but he was like 5'10", and he had this kind of bitterness, but he, nothing like Brad brought into it.
This is Robert, Ray's brother.
Ray's brother?
Listen, Deborah, once again, it's that time of year where I have to ask you to look deep into your hearts and pockets to pledge your continued support for those of us who risk our lives for you.
Yeah, sure, Robert. How much?
Let me finish. The $20 pledge enables us to upgrade our equipment, fund our community outreach program, and provide our canine division with crunchy treats. Thank you.
No, Brad, they were casting, you know, I was in New York, and they would keep telling me who they think is up for it, and then they said, we found a good choice for the brother, Brad Garrett, and I said, you know, because all I knew him was from Star Search. And he won the first year of Star Search, so I knew of him, and I knew he was this giant...
impressionist.
Yeah. I said, what?
From Hollywood, it's the world's greatest talent competition. It's Star Search with your host, Ed McMahon. From Los Angeles, Brad Garrett.
And Stu Smiley from HBO said he did this unique take on it, and I saw it, and it was a lucky. That's it. We didn't write that. That wasn't on the page. That persona. And he brought that in.
Does he live in Las Vegas?
No, but he has a place there because he has that club.
I saw him there.
Where's it, the Rio?
He's almost like Rickles now.
Oh yeah, and he's got like a very young girlfriend. She was 25 when they met, and she's.
My girlfriend is quite a bit younger than me. You know the drill. And we were at a restaurant, and she's young, but she's, you know, she's growing. I mean, she's blossoming. This is her summer. And Rickles walks up to the table and looks at her and looks at me and goes, 12? She's 12? And then he says, have you been kidnapped, darling? Have you been kidnapped? Blink if you've been kidnapped. That was a funny encounter.
I feel like you and me, we couldn't be with a young girl. We'd feel too old. And then there's other guys that like young girls. Like,
well, it's the same theory as Vegas. You just get in and get out. I wouldn't want to stick around, but.
There's a passing resemblance, no question.
So anyway, when you're in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, the oddest slogan I've ever heard. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, they say. Of course, it's not true. You can't kill a person and leave. They'll follow you across state lines and bring you back, and you'll face a jury of your peers. So I said, what does that mean? What does it mean? Like, what are they getting at, you know? I started ruminating about it. I whittled. I started whittling.
Oh, you whittle?
Yeah, when I ruminate, I whittle.
Whittle and ruminate.
Yeah, whittle.
Hand in hand.
And I said, what does that actually mean? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? And it came to me in a sudden. What it means is you can have sex with a prostitute in Las Vegas and she will not tell your wife. They're very discreet in Vegas. They're not like these gossipy small town whores. You know. These blabbermouths down at the beauty parlor with that pale blue thing over their head, whatever that is, go, you're Hank Johnson's husband? By God, I had sex in exchange for cash last night with him. Small world.
Yeah, in exchange for cash. Now, Norm...
I know it's time to close my eyes to what and open up to you.
But Brad, she's great, and Brad's the first one to tell you. He'll joke about it, He says every time she leaves the house, I got to put out an Amber Alert, and her father was there. She was there this weekend. Her father's younger than us. Her father's
Oh,
younger.
my God. This guy's young, but...
I'm
35.
35,
yeah.
Okay.
That seems young now to me.
I've heard the Norm stories.
I'm
Fuck
blackjack guy.
Oh, yeah. I play blackjack.
Oh, do I love blackjack.
What was your biggest loss? Do you talk about it?
Nah.
Not really, huh?
Nah.
I don't blame you.
A lot. It was a lot.
Yeah, you're over it, though.
I did a stupid thing one time.
Okay, he's ready to talk.
This was my big statement I threw over at Atlantic City on the boardwalk. I threw 60,000 into the ocean.
What? No way.
Yeah, to quit. That was my thing. I'm going to quit.
Why didn't you just quit and keep the 60?
It was supposed to be like I felt like I was in a movie.
Wow.
That was a symbolic kind of a thing. Like, was it money or chips?
That was
What's
money.
that?
Was it money?
Holy shit.
I said chips, and he goes, what's that?
Wait, so you threw 60 grand because you had a moment where you're like, this is cleansing. This is to the ocean. I committed.
The same way a drug addict would throw his drugs into the ocean.
Right.
How long after it left your hand did you regret it?
I regretted it pretty good.
See, I would have thrown the fucking dealer into the... That's how I would get over it.
Someone told me something amazing about you, that the movie Rounders, which is about underground gambling, was based on your life.
Oh, no.
Is that true? That they followed you around?
No one told
I didn't say that.
I did. I got that information.
I know that guy who wrote it likes Norm.
Is that in my Wikipedia?
Brian Koppelman likes you, the
and
writer
that
of
he
that.
followed Norm around, and Norm would go play poker at a lot of these underground couples in the middle of the night.
That's true.
And it's actually a documentary on Norm's life.
No, it's not.
It is.
But I would go to the same club where it was where they did Rounders, and this was before Rounders.
Why would you play poker?
When I was a kid, I played backgammon. I was good at backgammon.
But why would you play poker at an underground club when you could go to, let's say, Vegas or Atlantic City and play poker? Why would you go underground? What is the appeal?
Because I was only a little kid. I was just a kid.
Oh, you were a kid.
And
oh,
one is, well, no, but one is 2 blocks away in Manhattan. You know,
I see.
Me and Norm went to a week. The second time I was on your show ever with Norm, we were in one of those clubs all night long.
Right.
And we came right from the club.
Did you get your clock cleaned? Did you lose a lot of money?
I lost all my money immediately, so I had to start shooting pool. There was this all gambling going on. So I shot 8 ball until like 6:30 in the morning with a guy, and I lost $800 doing that.
Right.
And then Norm, I lost about $2 grand at the tables. Norm played poker, and then
Did Norm win?
We just
Hey, one time a guy tried to hustle me at pool.
Are you good at pool?
Norm's good at pool.
No,
I mean,
no, not very good. But it was we're just playing like bar pool, like we're drunk. We're out drunks. This is when I was young, you know.
But you play for a lot of money.
No. This is when I had no money.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm playing this fucking. Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, you're okay.
When I'm playing this fucking pool hall, and this big giant black guy. It doesn't matter what color he was.
Yeah. All right, but it helps the story. Giant black
like
guy.
Forrest Whitaker in The Color of Money.
In The Color of Money, yeah. So he comes, no, but he's dressed like, he has all this stuff, and he has 2 girls with him, you know, and I'm all drunk. I'm like an idiot, you know, with my friends playing pool. So he goes, I'm next, you know, so he puts his, like, fucking 4 quarters down. Yeah. And so then he goes, here, let's play. So the guy, he has his own stick, you know.
Oh, boy, you're in for trouble
Yeah.
then.
So we're playing, and he's missing by only like a millimeter every time, you know. But I win, I beat him handily, but like he's the worst hustler of ever, right? So we play for $1. So then he goes, now we're playing. He goes, now we're playing for $100. Like it goes up to 100 from 1, and I just beat him every fucking. So I go, no, I'm not. What? I'm not playing.
I'm taking my $4 and going
drunk, you know. I go, I'm ahead $1. I was kind of an idiot.
Yeah.
I go, I'm ahead $1, you know. I'm not playing you anymore. Ah! And so the guy goes, he's all mad. So then another guy played, and then stupidly I gave my friend advice. And then the big giant guy hit me with the cue across my head.
Wow.
And I looked up, and the cue stick was right in my head, and he goes, I break people's bones for a living, motherfucker.
Why? Oh, whoa, you're kidding me.
Yeah, that was
He
my
sounds
story.
like Football Williams, that guy.
I was like that.
Oh. But Norm,
So that was my story about my
Norm,
pool hustling days.
you should keep that one to yourself, the pool hustling story. But Norm, shouldn't tell that on radio. Yeah. But Norm, I don't understand something. You go to these underground clubs and you play these cards, and it's a lot of money. You're talking about a couple of grand, right? You're talking about maybe
I lost
20,
A couple of grand.
You're talking
Got
20.
160 million. It's like, you're talking about. It's like when
No, but-
Johnny Carson tried to be like, "What's a loaf of bread cost nowadays?" Is this crazy?
No, I'm saying I got news for you.
It's like $2,000. It's like $2,000.
I wouldn't gamble $100.
Yeah, but he's not a gambler. I've seen
I
Howard
don't
get mad over
understand
$10.
I don't like to gamble. I find it insulting. That, in other words, I find making money, is a very, especially where I grew up, is a very hard thing for a lot of people, and it's a tough thing. And to just piss it away in a gambling situation,
My old man felt the same
offends
way.
me.
And my father would think that too.
Right, but you play for big bucks, right? I mean,
No,
20, 30
I'm all
grand a
right.
clip,
I'm
right?
trying my best.
Well, you don't remember what happened with this place when we were there all night.
Yeah, tell the truth.
And we were there. I don't know what Norm played that night. He was playing all night. I lost 2,000 myself,
Right.
But so we came here and Norm accidentally said the name of the place.
Oh fuck!
Do you remember that, Norm?
Yes, because the guy did not care for that.
A guy called up and said, "Yeah, listen, Norma." Like later in the afternoon,
forgot
he
about
said, "Listen,
that.
we appreciate you coming here, but we don't have a fucking publicity department.
We're not looking for customers."
Looking for that.
Can I say the name of the place? It's not
The
there.
Mayfair.
No, don't say it.
It's not there
The
anymore.
Mayfair. It's
They-
not there
they
anymore.
closed
No,
it.
it's a famous place now. The
Yeah.
Mayfair.
Yeah. Well,
But Norm, I think Howard's right in the sense that guy Koppelman, who wrote Rounders, he's a good guy. I know him too.
Yeah.
He likes you.
No, he
and
was there
sort
all
of
the
hung
time.
around.
Yeah, he played at where.
Well, why couldn't it be his own story if he was there?
I might be involved. I knew a guy that was in the movie, Joey Bagels.
yeah, what I hear is that it was based on you.
Yeah.
Legitimately,
He would
yeah.
watch Norm while he played.
Is it true you're betting English Premier League soccer or some sort of weird?
I have bet soccer. That's not a lot of fun because
No, it doesn't sound
it's
like
90 minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes into it, you're down 1-0. You're in a lot of trouble.
Right.
The chance of them tying it up, let alone winning, they only have 70 minutes left.
So what other stuff did you wager on?
I wagered on.
Is that the weirdest? You bet on tennis?
Oh yeah, I bet tennis.
Golf? Obviously golf.
Yeah, I bet everything.
What do you do? What's your strategy for golf? I made a lot of money betting against Tiger when he was. They had a weird bet in Vegas for a while when Tiger was so dominant. It was anybody but Tiger. Oh, I like that. And the odds were always skewed because they
Yeah.
know that people always thought Tiger was going to win.
Right, so the odds would be you get him at 1-2 or something like that.
Yeah.
Because everybody would go into a sports book like tourists and go, "Hey, I can bet on Tiger plus that pays 2.5 to 1. That's
Yeah.
a good deal,
That's what how they also get the Red Sox and the Cubs fans that way.
Oh,
it's like
by
if
what they
Daniel goes
know.
to Vegas, he's got some family member or something saying, "Hey, when you're there, can you put 20 in the Red Sox for me?"
Yeah.
Those are the two teams that everybody does that for, so they jack the odds really low. And also the other
How
thing
do they know which team is going to play?
Because they know
how do they
the
know which team's going to show up.
Their goal with the futures.
Oh, you mean if not if they're playing each other, but
No.
Red
Yeah, the
Sox
future,
play-
the World Series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, put 20 in.
Oh yeah, of course, the odds would be low. Yeah.
And the other team they do that with? The Lakers.
Right.
Because you get so much people driving in from Los Angeles to Vegas, so they know they can skew the odds.
Yeah, that makes
basically
sense.
toward the Lakers.
Hey, what about this? What if you? I always wondered this. When you drive from Vegas from Los Angeles to Las Vegas.
Yeah, usually.
And then there's that thing where you hit the Vegas border.
Yeah.
And it's a casino, right? I don't know what that town's called, but as soon as you cross.
It's that town. It's like for people who have such bad gambling problems, they can't wait to get to Las Vegas. I got to pull off now and bet. I can't.
But don't you think it's happened where a person has flown in from some former country, got to L.A., driven, seen that, figured it was Vegas.
Oh, and just spent the weekend there?
Yeah, and then came home.
Does it have a rock in the name? It's like something rock or rock
yeah,
something.
it is rock something.
Red Rock or
Little Rock, Arkansas? Oh my God!
Explain to me.
Daniel's not exactly Watson over here.
Norm was on my late night show and always an amazing guest and some of my favorite moments. And he's in the makeup room getting made up. And, you know, the band's playing. I'm about to go out and start the show. But I go in just to say, hey, to Norm. And what I want to do is make sure, I like to get in sync with people a little beforehand, just make sure that, you know, we're both on the same page, get a good groove going. So I go in, the band's playing, and Norm's always grinning like, hey, Norm, good to see you. And he's like, can you back out of the way? I'm trying to see the television set. Can you back up there, Conan? And the TV's on. And so I sort of back out of the way, and I realize he's watching some college basketball game, and he's watching it. It's towards the end of the game, and all this. And I go like, okay, well, anyway, good. And he goes, can you be quiet? Quiet. Hold on a sec. And then someone scores a basket, and he goes, and the game's over, and he goes like, fuck. And I'm like, what? And he went, I just lost a lot of money.
My whole dirty work.
Yeah. Everything I made on dirty work is gone. and I just went, oh, and he went, oh, I'm in a terrible mood. And I went, okay. And then someone with a headset said, Conan, it's time to go on. And I went, I'll see you out there. And he's like,
30 seconds. Fuck you. You came in and jinxed me.
You jinxed me. I'm going to fuck up your show.
I'm doing a show with the jinx. You're going to jinx my set?
What's the most you ever bet on a sporting event?
Oh, my God. I don't know, probably 100,000 or something like that.
Wait, what game?
It was actually the worst beat of the century. It was pretty bad. The Mets, I had the over, which I think was 7, and no, 6.5. I'm sorry, it was 6.5, and the game was tied 2-2, and I think Ventura was the batter.
Wait, the Grand Slam?
Yeah, the one-run Grand Slam. You know that one?
Yeah.
It was tragic. And I remember Costas at the time because it was just bedlam, and he goes, "I don't think those will count," you know. And I'm like, "Oh, Costas must have."
He had the under.
He must have. He was pretty happy about it.
But did you bet with Artie Lang when you would hang out with him?
Yeah. Artie and I bet a lot together. It was we enabled each other.
People often say that if you play a round of golf with somebody, you can find everything you need to know about a guy. If I said, could you find out that same amount of information as to how competitive, does he cheat, fun guy, does he have beers, smoke cigars? Could you have that same kind of feeling about a guy playing poker?
Well, not as much because, lying's part of the game and so forth. Golf, I completely agree with you.
You can find out.
When I play golf, I count every stroke, and it maddens me, when people don't.
What got you
interested? I read a thing in Golf Digest once, actually. It was Jack Nicklaus, Gerald Ford, and Jimmy, Clinton were playing a round of golf, and it was really funny because Clinton, allegedly a scratch player, just cheated the whole time. And so, he'd be in the woods and everything, and he was one of these guys who'd get up on the green and then start counting after, give me a birdie, give me a bogey or whatever. And the other guys were just fuming about it,
I did not cheat.
I did not.
What was the biggest bet you ever made?
Oh, God almighty. I don't know. I one time, the most I lost in one night, because 3 times I've lost everything that I've ever had.
How do you do that? I mean, not immorally, but I mean, like, how do you
physically do it?
Well, yeah. I mean, like, you make one more. Like, what is the process of that? what's the evolution?
It's funny because it's the only time I ever went to a psychiatrist, he said, like, I was like, because it was for gambling. I was like, how the fuck do I get out of this? And he's like, oh, you gamble to avoid life, you know? And I'm like, but my thing was, well, isn't that why you do everything in life, is to fucking avoid it? You know what I mean? Like,
it's too painful.
Yeah, like, why do you? So I said, but it's painful to think about, but because now it would be nice to have the money, but you just lose it by it's just like any escape, I guess. Because I was never a drug or alcohol guy, but like when I watch a game and I have a bunch of money on it, then I can understand what's going on. Nothing's ambivalent or anything about it, you know.
And there's stakes.
There's stakes. You know exactly the rules.
Yeah.
You're completely involved, and you're completely escaped from your life.
Yeah.
Of the real.
Yeah.
The real fear. My biggest problem is ruminating about death. If I could get over that somehow.
And you do that regularly?
I read fucking books about it and shit.
So, like, you still haven't walked me through losing everything.
Well, how you do it? Physically?
Yeah, because you know, you've got a house, you had a lot of money saved up, and then like, so you make one bet, and then you realize you're about to lose everything. Do you make phone calls to people saying, like, I just need a little more? I mean,
well, you know, you kind of at the end of it, you know, it's happening. I guess it's like I've never had substance abuse problems, but I guess it's like people that know they're going to hit bottom, you know, and kind of want it.
Yeah,
because it does it's exhausting.
Yeah.
To be obsessed with something.
Right.
So you are, I guess, trying to do it, trying to finish it off.
Right.
Finally. Because if you have $450,000 in the bank, whatever the fuck it was, and then you lose $400,000, you go, fuck it. I don't want to fucking have $50,000.
Right.
To remind me that I don't want money to remind me that I have more money.
So that's how you do it.
So that's how you do it.
What's something people don't know about you?
I'm a deeply closeted gay guy.
No kidding.
Well, I'm not coming out, though.
Wait a minute. What are you revealing here today?
I'm not revealing anything. I'm saying I'm deeply closeted.
Well, that means you're gay.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Why would I say that? I'm deeply closeted.
No, but that means you're very, very gay, but you don't want to come out. You're so closeted.
That I refuse to say I'm gay.
Right.
Exactly.
But doesn't that mean you're gay?
Hey, easy, buddy.
Oh, this book will reveal much.
If this were a memoir,
yeah,
I would put juicy things from my own life.
Right. Like what kind of things would you put in there that nobody knows?
Well, I guess the biggest thing that nobody knows about me is I'm a deeply closeted gay man.
What? I mean, that's you're a gay man?
I'm not gay. I said I'm deeply closeted. I'm as straight as an arrow.
So you're a gay man who won't admit it?
No. Do you know what deeply closeted means?
Yeah.
It means a man who will not acknowledge that he's gay.
Yes.
So I'm telling you, I'm not gay.
On your last show, I came out as a deeply closeted gay man.
Yeah.
And I'm not gay. But David, on one time, this is a true story, and Dave, you'll attest to this, bought me a beautiful leather jacket.
Oh, that's right.
Well out of my price range. Now, I'm no one to take charity.
I'm not one to take charity.
I'm saying I sucked him off.
You don't know I'm a secret homosexual, do you?
No, I saw that, actually. A deeply, according to you, a deeply closeted homosexual is what you said. Do you remember?
Yes, I do. I can't believe you.
Feelings flowing up and down, picking up the pieces that you left behind, hitting a new type of flow, breathing in the smoke and clearing up my mind. The thoughts of you, I never knew what the hell you got me in.
You know your own name, you see it in popular culture used, you know, and Norm is always like, I noticed this ever since I was a kid, When I was very young, there was a show called Peyton Place with Ryan O'Neal as a sexy brother. Norm is, deeply closeted man.
You look for jokes that have the same setup as the punchline. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I said the perfect joke would be if the punchline and the setup were almost identical.
Yeah.
Julia Roberts told reporters this week that her marriage to Lyle Lovett has been over for some time. The key moment, she said, came when she realized that she was Julia Roberts and that she was married to Lyle Lovett. Christy Brinkley told reporters this week that her marriage to Billy Joel was over long before their divorce. The key moment, she said, came when she realized that she was Christy Brinkley and that she was married to Billy Joel. According to an obscure 14th century law, British Army Captain James Hewitt could be hanged for having an affair with Princess Diana. The punishment for having sex with Princess Diana is death. The punishment for having sex with Princess Anne is having sex with Princess Anne. A new development in the O.J. Simpson civil trial this week. According to sworn testimony, Nicole Brown Simpson had told her therapist that she was afraid of getting beaten by O.J. Simpson. Asked why he didn't report this earlier, the therapist said, "I was afraid of getting beaten by O.J. Simpson." Our top story tonight comes from the O.J. Simpson civil trial, where this week it was revealed that in his first interview with police, Simpson had refused to take a lie detector test. His reason? It detects lies.
When I was a kid, my dad would tell me that this man was a gold medal decathlete. Why, the greatest athlete in the world. And now I have to tell my kid that this man is a man.
A Labor Department task force says it will crack down on sweatshops in New York's Chinatown, where employees work 90-hour weeks for as little as 75 cents an hour. A spokesman for the sweatshop owners said, quote, "That's all we can afford to pay. This is a sweatshop. We make sweat." 18-year-old Julie Wozchak will be going to Paris after winning an essay contest sponsored by the Dayton Daily News. She won for her essay, which was entitled, "Why I Want to Go to Paris with Some Old Guy from the Daily Dayton News." Dayton Daily News. Like that would have helped. Okay. A 3-year-old Texas boy remains in fair condition after being assaulted by the family's pet cougar. No one knows why the attack occurred, but hey, how about because their pet is a cougar? How about... Rap star Hammer is suing the Los Angeles Police Department after he and his entourage were mistakenly handcuffed by police. The most shocking part of this story, Hammer has an entourage. Painting that depicts a large rat sucking at the breast of the Blessed Virgin Mary was removed from a high school art display due to complaints by local residents. The artist blamed the complaints on a lack of art education, while I blame the complaints on the fact that it was a painting of a large rat sucking the breast of the Blessed Virgin Mary.
This guy died, Jerry Rubin, and he was a yippie.
Yes.
Not a hippie, but a yippie. I remember my dad going, "Who's that, a goddamn hippie or a yippie?" You know?
Yippee! Jerry Rubin died last week. Oh, I'm sorry, that should read, Yippee Jerry Rubin died last week. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. My mistake completely. Just, I didn't read it right.
Now, Norman, you're an inventive guy. Which of the current batch of inventions has tickled your fancy? What do you like?
Henry Ford just invented the assembly line there,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, I heard
and that
him.
was good because he wanted, you know, not just rich people, but anyone to drive over and see his cock.
Well, is there any other one that's caught your fancy?
There was Alexander Graham Bell.
Yeah.
You know, he invented the telephone.
Right.
So he could call people up
tell him to come on over and see his cock, you know, because he was trying to yelling it out the window. So, hey, check out my cock.
So, Norm, I hear you just got back from New York City. What's happening in Gotham?
Oh, my God. Well, the big thing is the new Empire State Building. Have you seen this?
I've heard. I have not seen yet.
Oh, it's crazy. What I'm interested in is the original architect's blueprint, you know?
Yes.
It called for the building to be painted flesh tone, Dennis, with a large rounded head so the architect could lie on the street and pretend he had a 1,000-foot cock. Frank Lloyd Wright, more like Frank Lloyd Cock.
So, Norm, tell me, what's your take on this whole Cold War thing?
Well, my brother works down at the UN, right? Now, you remember last week when Khrushchev was banging his shoe on the table?
Crazy bastard.
Yeah. So my brother was sitting beside him, and Khrushchev, like, he accidentally slips, and my brother gets hit right in the cock.
With the shoe?
Yeah, by Khrushchev's shoe. So my brother turns to him, he says, "Hey, you hit me in the cock again, you dirty commie, I'll bury you."
So what's been happening, man?
Oh, man, I dropped acid the other week. That is bizarre stuff.
Really?
Yeah, my cock started singing to me. Sound like Joe Cocker.
Stood for something other than just being Mexico's bitch. I say if President Clinton 296 doesn't snap us out of this downward spiral we're in, we dump his gay ass. Next election process, we clone Jesse Ventura again, bring him back. Hey, Norm.
Hey, you know what I think they should put on the dark side of the moon?
What?
Vast fields of bioengineered hydroponically grown cock. Yeah, you know, like a backup supply just in case our earthbound supply of cock might run out one day.
No cock tucked away for a cocky day.
Exactly. Look at my head, man. It looks like a cock.
It does.
Cock. 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 That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I said, I'll get myself a trainer, you know? And so I says to the guy, I says to him, my dad does that when he tells a story. He says, I says too many times. You know? Yeah. Because I says to the guy, I says to him, I says to him, So I says to the guy, I says, I never worked out in my life, you know? I've never really exercised. I had weights. I got them weights once, but they were really very heavy. You know? I was taking the airplane there, flying on the airplane. And I get on the airplane, so I got this character beside me, you know, sitting there with me. And he says to me, he says, I really like you on the show there, Fred. Calls me Fred.
Fred.
So
3 days
I
ago.
fly back, you know, and I get on the plane. So I'm sitting beside this character, you know, and the guy says to me, he says, hey, I like you on the show there on the news. So I went there, and there was a homeless bum outside there. So the guy says to me, he says, can I have some money? They're always looking for money.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So I don't like to give them money on account of, you know, then I don't have the money.
Yeah.
And so he says to me, he says, can I get some money off you? And I don't like giving the homeless bums money, I'll tell you why. Because I figure they'll do the crack. Right?
What did he say to you?
He said to me, he says, he comes to me and he shakes my hand and he says to me, he says, I see you're eating a pickle, you know? You know, so I says to him, I says, John Neal, that's odd there, what's that pig? What's the story with that pig? You know, and I says to him, I says, what do you want? I can't serve you, you know? He goes, I don't want a drink, he says, you know? So he says to me, he says, I work down at the University of Science there. So I says to the guy, he says, logic. Now, what the hell is that? I never heard tell of that. I says to the guy, he says, oh, yeah, you're one of them gays.
So then I says to Mabel, I says,
Hi, kids.
I'll finish this later. Hi, Dad.
Where's your mother?
Out back. So anyway, I says to Mabel, I says
To the guy, right? I says to him, he's standing there, right? So I says to the guy, get this, wait a second. I says to the guy, I says to him, he's standing right there. Get this, right?
And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, Lauren says to me, he says, that's the thing I wrote for Farley to do. I said, what if you did a thing where it was just a guy who says, he says to me way too often. So Farley would do it really funny. He goes, I met this guy and he says to me, he looks me right in the eye and he says to me, he says to me.
In the December issue of Playboy, 60 Minutes reporter Mike Wallace reveals that he has not only smoked marijuana, but that it made him sexually aroused. According to Wallace, he made these comments in an effort to frighten young people off sex and drugs forever. In an interview this week, Bob Dole said he is strong enough to handle the pain of losing the presidential election, although he did admit that the shock of winning would give him a giant heart attack. At a veterans hospital in the Bronx yesterday, 4 Playboy playmates were on hand to wish the residents a happy Valentine's Day. One veteran who was there called it an afternoon of, quote, hellish, agonizing sexual frustration. Senator Strom Thurmond, at 94, the oldest person ever to serve in Congress, has been hospitalized this week with a bout of the flu. Doctors who examined the senator thoroughly got kind of nauseous. Embattled House Speaker Newt Gingrich may finally have solved his financial troubles. On Thursday, Gingrich announced that former Senator Bob Dole has loaned him the $300,000 needed to pay his ethics committee fine. And today, more good news for Gingrich. Dole has already forgotten he loaned him the money. According to prosecutors in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Henrietta Collins, a 90-year-old widow, was bilked out of her life savings by the trustees of her estate. Note to self, forget trying to bilk Henrietta Collins out of her life savings. Some dirty bastard got there first. Former President Ronald Reagan is selling his Santa Barbara ranch to the federal government, which will turn it into a California state park. In what can best be described as a sweetheart deal for Reagan, he will get $5 million for the 700-acre ranch, and he will still think he owns it. The rich get richer, you know? Ridiculous. Well, our best wishes to North Carolina Senator Jesse Helms, who at 76 years old recently underwent surgery to repair an old knee injury. Doctors say the senator will no longer need his cane for walking, but Helms says he will continue to use it to scare off young whippersnappers. Nothing better than a cane to scare off young whippersnappers. Finally, in entertainment news, there are rumors that actor Don Johnson is dating 71-year-old San Francisco socialite Denise Hale. An observer who spotted the couple necking in a restaurant will have trouble getting an erection for the rest of his life. Former First Lady Barbara Bush published her memoirs this month. Readers were shocked by her revelation that while living at the White House, she had sex with former President George Bush. Former First Lady Nancy Reagan reports that her husband has been relaxing at their ranch, riding horses and chopping wood. Sadly, eyewitnesses report that he was actually riding wood and chopping horses. George Foreman says his upcoming autobiography will be an inspiration to every American who has tried to reach the impossible dream. And in a related story, former heavyweight champion Michael Moorer says that he wants his autobiography to be an inspiration to anyone who's ever been beaten up by an old man. Well, next Tuesday is Halloween, or as evil old people know it, Razor Apple Day. A new study shows that a few simple tests may be able to determine which elderly drivers are most likely to have accidents. Sadly, the tests all involve a lot of old people driving cars into trees. Kind of sad. This week, President Clinton played golf with ex-presidents Gerald Ford and George Bush. Bush hit an old lady in the face with a golf ball, giving her a broken nose and 10 stitches. But don't be impressed. It took him 5 strokes to do it. So. Cowboy legends Roy Roger and Dale Evans launched an internet site on the World Wide Web yesterday so hackers can learn more about the Western duo. The most asked question so far, hey, aren't you guys dead? And now Weekend Update would like to wish a happy birthday to comic legend George Burns, who turned 100 years old today. You know, I don't know the secret to his longevity, but I think I speak for all of us when I say I hope Pauly Shore doesn't know it either. A shocking crime in Bunnell, Florida, where a 92-year-old man in a nursing home has been charged with sexually assaulting an 85-year-old woman. A nurse who witnessed the attack has not stopped vomiting. In other political news, Texas billionaire Ross Perot announced this week that if his party wants him to run for president, he will. According to Insider, it is the first step in Perot's plan to waste the last few years of Bob Dole's life. This week, after 50 hours of failed budget talks with Bill Clinton, a frustrated Bob Dole said, quote, "We ought to have a new president," and added, "and he should be a really, really old guy." Finally, some good news. According to her doctor, legendary actress Katharine Hepburn is recovering nicely from her recent illness, and they have even upgraded her condition to decrepit. So that's nice. Well, you don't like her? You don't like Katharine Hepburn, for God's sakes?
And come to think of it, I got addicted to you. Oh, no, no, no. And come to think of it, I need somebody like you. Oh, no, no, no. I need someone like you.
An 89-year-old Washington man fought off a robber with a golf club. Though, to be fair, the only reason the guy was swinging the golf club was because he mistook the robber for the grim specter of death.
Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious.
What kind of joke is that?
I don't know. That's Adam Egan's going to read
That's
one
not
now.
a joke.
It's sort of not.
Why can't I have a good joke with a good
I'll give you a good
punchline?
one. I'll give you a good one.
Does that make sense to you? You're a golf guy.
It makes some sense. Here's a joke about an old guy. This is actually, the premise of this is true. The world's oldest man died yesterday.
Yeah.
So what do you think of this joke?
Man had died. Cause of death, everybody yelled surprise. Oh, that's
You don't read it to yourself.
That's also got a Japanese ending where they yelled supplies.
Pick one of your favorite deadly sins.
Well,
Gluttony.
I remember one time a preacher that I used to know when I was a young boy. And he said, always driving his bicycle. You know, here and there and here again. Always driving his bicycle. So,
What's going on?
I was going to tell you a story.
I know, but
it has to do with this.
Okay.
And he's a good man, pious man. And one day, his bicycle went missing. So my daddy said to him, Bert, that was his name. We weren't Catholic, you know, he just called the preacher by his first name. Bert, I think I know how to find out who stole your bicycle. How would I do it? When you're talking, when you're doing your sermon next week, you just go through the 10 Commandments. You just go through the 10 Commandments from 1 to 10. And when you hit number 8, thou shalt not steal, you look at the congregation and you'll see somebody. See doing this here, you know. Fiddling with his glasses. That's your thief. I'll do it, Bert says. So my daddy told me that story, and I was really hankering to see that speech that Bert was going to say that day. So he goes through the 10 Commandments. Starts from 1 right down to 10. And he gets to 8 and speeds right through it. Speeds right through 8. My daddy said, "What the hell?" So afterwards, you get outside. Bert, what in earth happened? Number 8 was the one you were supposed to go. You know, Why'd you speed through it? Bert says, "Well, I'll tell you why. When I came to number 7 in the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not commit adultery. By golly, I remember where I put my bike." He was fucking Widow McClanahan.
Then it's not adultery. She's a widow.
No, but he's a man of the cloth.
Oh, he's a Catholic. He's a priest.
No, he's a reverend, but we have our, you know.
So that's how we got there from the 7 deadly sins. Okay.
Yeah.
And come to think of it, I got addicted to you. Oh, no, no, no. And come to think of it, I need somebody like you. Oh, no, no, no. I need someone like you.
So that's where I would inform myself. I would take, I was trying to take you, I would take lust.
Yeah.
Because that's what I have most for. Lust for power. Lust for money, lust for your glasses.
Nice.
Lust for your hat. Would you ever do that? Just take in the back of your mind and just talk a regular conversation, but in the back of your mind you're coveting something.
It gives you an intention.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I've ever used covet, but it gives you an intention to play.
Yeah.
Because in improvisation, you're always, you don't have a script.
No, I know.
And all you have to do is listen to what the other person said, but it gives you a point of view. So it helps, drive the scene forward. It's like having a secret.
Would you suggest this for any actor improvisational classes?
Sure. Yeah.
I think it's wonderful.
Good stage muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did stand up, and it's kind of the opposite. It's you know what I mean? You're talking to the audience. You don't have anybody to talk to. You kind of have the audience. You're just keeping them at bay. You know what I mean?
You don't feel like you're in communion with the audience when you're doing stand up?
Well, now I do because I just speak to the audience. But before that, no. It's I mean, if you do a Second City show and 3 minutes, 4 minutes go by without a laugh, that's okay. On stage doing stand-up, that ain't okay.
Not okay, unless you're telling a really interesting story.
Yeah.
Or a nice joke about a preacher.
Goddamn, who doesn't like them preachers? And now we're warm.
Now we're warm. Well, we're warmed not only by the coffee, but by fellowship.
And the bonhomie. I almost got you there. I almost got you to spit up on bonhomie.
Is that the goal of comedy?
Yes.
I guess, huh?
Go
Sleeping
drinking,
in
and I would go back into my car like it
Like
was
a
some like
camper.
fucking, yeah. It's not a camper at all. It's a fucking car. You're just sitting there like it's a fucking wax museum. I don't even know what that means, but
I know, you're like
it's
Rickles.
terrible.
Sitting there, it's like a wax museum.
Wax museum. But so I would start going to hotels, and then they just stopped having me. I would walk in at like 3 in the morning with like a bunch of people blacked out.
Critics are calling insightful.
Hi, I'm Josh.
Now, I'm Norman, and we're on, what?
Back on the road.
And informative.
It's not a bag, it's a new type of travel magazine for television. Jesus Christ, man. I'm sorry.
Norm and Josh are back on the road.
You told me you had a cock yesterday.
It's,
You said you kept it in your ass.
The tour begins.
Yeah, no, there's an interesting dynamic that happens when a guy becomes way more successful and powerful than you are.
Right.
Which is, I don't want to phone out. I love Sandler. I talk to him a lot, but I try to limit it because he gets bugged a lot, you know? He gets
People want
bothered a
things
lot.
from him.
Yeah, people want things from him, so I don't want anything from him. But when I'm talking to him, I feel like he might think I want something from him or something like that.
Right. You're so aware of others' feelings.
Now you're killing him. What the hell are you doing?
I know he's going to slam me when he says some shit like that.
No, you just snotted all over yourself.
I can fucking see that one coming.
In other words,
you a motherfucker.
In other words, you're so in tune.
That's not what I'm saying.
You're bragging, aren't you? Now, you're saying...
Now, Norm, if there's one thing about Norm is he's very in touch with other people's feelings.
Norm.
I've never seen a reaction like that in here.
Norm, what you're saying, you just vomited on yourself, and you blew snot out of your nose. Norm.
There goes that mic.
What I'm trying to say is...
Yeah. I love dirty work.
You love doing that.
I think that was a great fucking movie.
Right, so you
what do you mean right? Why say right? I thought you didn't like it.
You know, I never saw it.
Well, what the fuck are you talking about?
He saw Don Rickles.
I'm saying that you love the experience. Why don't you do it again?
Well, because nobody...
It's hard to take a guy seriously after you see boogers flying out of
Wait,
his
is there
nose.
snot coming out?
No,
Not
you're
anymore.
fine. Now you're fine.
You cleaned up okay.
You look so you're going to show that in slow motion and shit?
I love it.
It'll be animated.
Yeah. So I understand what you're saying, that there are certain guys...
You want to hear what it has?
Yeah.
It has heavy-duty grilling grates. Deliver exactly what you need to achieve that perfect steakhouse flavor. Chicken, steak, has never tasted so good. Listen, no more dry meat.
How are you all? I'm glad to be here. Take my wife, please. I take my wife everywhere, but she finds her way home.
Hey, how about this? Take my wife, please. You think of that joke, 3-word setup, 1-word punchline, 4-word joke.
4-word
That's impressive. I'll get better than that.
about that. I spent the last 2 weeks at Disneyland. It was so much fun. The next time I'm taking my wife and kids. Worst thing I've ever read. These are garbage. The next time, I'll take my wife and kids.
It doesn't really
but
make much
that's
sense.
a rhythm joke. That's a young man. That's such a good time. I got up this morning at the crack of my back, stuffed up the crack, went back to bed. Take my wife, please.
Henny Youngman was a great friend of mine.
He was.
Oh, he was.
He was the best.
The best. Nothing made...
Take my wife, please, right?
Yeah, but nothing would lead into things. You know, he'd get up and just... A stream of consciousness. Woody Allen's favorite comedian was Henny Youngman. You know, he'd tell you a joke like this and then go like this and go this. You know what I mean? You go from this. I go to the doctor, and the doctor said to me, you look great, you're going to live till you're 60. I said, I am 60. What did I tell you? Yeah, that's funny.
That's funny.
Henny Youngman was the cheapest man. I'll never forget. He called me one day and said, hello, Jack. Oh, my wife died. Can you do a club date for me? That was it. My wife died. Can you do this club date for me? Youngman, I'll never forget that. I just, oh my God. My wife died. In the same breath, can you do a club date for me?
Just do it.
You know, today I found a guy's hand in my pocket. I said, what do you want? He said, I want a match. I said, why did you ask for it? He said, I don't talk to strangers. I had an uncle up here was a psychic, knew the exact day he was going to die. The warden told him. The drunk gets into a taxi. He said, take me to the Waldorf Astoria Hotel. He says, you're at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel. He said, next time, don't drive so fast. I got a wonderful doctor. Before the operation, he touches up the x-rays. Guy walks in, the doctor. He said, doctor, I have a ring in my ear. What'll I do? He said, don't answer. Another fellow walks in, the doctor. The doctor said, you're going to live to be 60. He said, I am 60. He said, what I tell you? I said, doc, it hurts when I do that. He said, don't do that. The doctor said to me, get undressed. I said, take me out a few times first. I'm standing there naked. The doctor says, go over the window, stick your tongue out the window. I said, for what? He said, I'm mad at my neighbor. I said, doc, I got shingles. They tried to sell me aluminum siding. Fellow says to another fellow, look, take this gun and go in the bank. Tell her you want the money. Get the money in the bag. Back out. Anybody gets in your way, shoot to kill, and come right outside and give me the money. I'll be sitting in the car. And I'm taking all the chances. He said, you mean to tell me you want me to go in there with the gun, hold up the teller, get the money, back out, anybody gets in the way, shoot to kill, bring the money out to me in the car, and you say you're taking all the chances? How are you taking all the chances? He said, I can't drive. Here's one I do myself. I want to do this myself because I like it. I was a man lost in the woods, comes upon a monastery, a religious building. Outside the monastery, the friars in their costumes and the monks are working. And he tells them he's hungry and he's lost, and they invite him in. They say, all we have to eat is fish and chips. And he eats the fish and chips, and he loves the fish. He says, I'd like to meet the man who made the fish. They bring a man out. They say, you the fish fryer? He says, no, I'm the chipmunk. I like it. Next scene, picture this. A funeral procession, 2 hearses. Behind the hearse walks a man with a vicious dog, and 100 men in the funeral procession. So a fellow steps off the curb. He said, what's going on here? He says, my wife and my mother-in-law, my dog bit them. He says, can I borrow the dog? He says, get in line. In the next scene, I'm sitting on the stool having a drink. Over here's a man on the stool having a drink. He falls down 3 times. I pick him up each time. Bartender, where does this man live? I'll give him a lift home. Tells me where he lives. Grab the man, pull him down to the car, open the back seat, put him in. He falls down. I get to the address they gave me. I pull the man out of the car. He falls down 3 more times. I pick him up each time. I knock on the door. Mrs. Einstein, I brought your husband home. She says, where's his wheelchair?
Star, baby, I'm a writer, say no. Ain't got no drugs on me, baby.
There.
Dennis Rodman.
Here's an interesting thing. Do you ever notice this?
Yeah.
Henny Youngman
Yeah.
is an old man.
Yeah.
But Gary Oldman is a young man. What about Paul Newman is an old man?
You got another one?
What about Gary Mann as a guy who works over at Comedy Central?
Is that what happened?
I don't know.
Are you still Canadian, or did you
Yes.
renounce that after 9/11?
What?
9/11. You remember what happened?
You remember 9/11?
Yeah,
Which
it
one?
rings a bell. Yeah, which one?
The one in 1911?
No, the one that where the
plane.
Where they took down the towers?
Yeah, all the stories came crashing down. You know, a lot like when we tried to write on the Norm Show. We couldn't. We tried to write stories, and they'd all come crashing down.
You know, I'm old enough to remember back to simpler, more innocent times when the worst thing you'd hear about the news was hijacked jetliners flying into buildings.
Oh, now, Gilbert, you're going to get into trouble again.
It takes forever, not forever, but it takes years of training to get a pilot's license. But it only takes a couple of minutes to steal a pilot's jacket and hat. And then do some, terrorist act, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I was not living because I was thinking it was going to be a terrorist.
You were worried about a terrorist act.
I was a little nervous.
Did you see Olympus Has Fallen?
No.
This week I learned, just because I masturbated to that picture of a guy falling to his death on 9/11 doesn't mean I have to share it.
Hey, for the 9th consecutive year, Nick, JetBlue Airlines ranked first for satisfaction among all North American airlines. But you know what ranked least in satisfaction? 9/11 Airlines. What a terrible name for an airline. It reminds me of that tragedy.
Oh, 9/11.
Yeah, don't laugh at 9/11
What?
again.
9/11.
I tried to tell him not
Way to
to
go,
laugh.
Adam.
I know. I walked through blood and bones in the streets of Manhattan trying to find my brother.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was in northern Canada. And you were the guy that was laughing and joking about it like only 4 weeks ago when I told you my story about walking ankle deep in blood and bone to try to find.
Well, that's different. That was kind of funny.
That does sound funny.
Yeah, right? I was in New York.
Blood
at
and
the time.
bone everywhere.
This is fine. This is fine for a fella that during 9/11, was in Costa Rica partying with his friends. I was walking through the blood and the bones
So you were put off by that joke?
in Manhattan. A little bit.
I can't believe you wrote
And I
it.
had to get new pants because of the blood and the bones.
Just now or back then?
Back then, I was ankle deep in blood and bones.
You went through the war, Norm.
Well, it was an attack on our country. Do you want to hear my impression of the
That's going to be you if you don't lose weight.
You want to hear my impression of the 9/11 call from Johnny
The
Carson?
911 call.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But 9/11 was a national tragedy.
Yes, it was.
Why do you laugh at that?
You said it.
Johnny Carson died at 80 years old.
Okay, Johnny Carson died at 80 years old. Would you like to hear my impression?
We've been down this road together. We've been seeing the colors fade.
Were you in New York when the Twin Towers fell?
No, I was in Los Angeles.
Well, either way, it was a national tragedy. It was.
Yeah, I know.
9/11. We're going to go to hell. I love Bob Hope. I thought he was the greatest comedian ever.
I think Bill Cosby's the biggest comedian of all time.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone will ever match his production and quality of material.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like Bill Cosby?
I love Bill Cosby.
Yeah. Did you listen to those records when you were a kid?
Sure. I mean, listen, I grew up, he was my hero, you know? I loved him. I wanted to be just like him.
Great stand.
I didn't like his comedy, but I wanted to be just like him. No.
What do you mean? You're sick.
I'm only kidding.
Okay.
We went and saw him.
You know, I had maybe the greatest Bill Cosby story ever.
Really?
And now it's not in the top 10,000. Because I'll tell people the story.
Right.
And I'll constantly be interrupted by, and then did he rape you? I'm like, he didn't ever rape me. It had nothing to do with the story.
There's a story you had told about your father and Bill Cosby on David Letterman. Do you think you could share that with us here right now?
I remember that. Yeah, that was when I opened for Bill Cosby.
Right.
You want me to tell you the story?
Yeah, tell the story. It was terrific.
No, I opened for Bill Cosby at this college. So there's 100,000 people at the college. You know, it's the University of Oklahoma. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, for sure. Like 100,000 people to see your show, Norm, or just?
No, to see Bill Cosby.
Oh, to see Bill Cosby.
I was opening for him.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, it's a football stadium, you know? So they have this little tiny, like, stage, you know, and so I went up there, and I had my suit on and everything, and then I talked, and like, no one laughed. Like, they were all just talking to each other. I don't think they even noticed me on stage, you know? And they didn't mind that I was on stage, but they... They didn't boo or anything. I don't even think they saw me. So I finished my thing, and then I got off, and Bill Cosby came up, and he was wearing, and he talks like just in little. He talks like he doesn't use full sentences. So he said, "Why?" I was wearing a suit. He goes, "Why this suit? You know, suit," or something like that. So I said, "No, I was trying to show the respect." You know, Bill Cosby goes, "College, wear the sweatshirt and the pants," you know. So he just had a sweat suit on, you know. So, anyways, he says, this shows you how good Cosby is. He's like, he was asking the girl, like from the student union or whatever. He goes, "What's going on here?" You know. So she goes, "Well, next week we're playing Tulsa, and it's a big game, you know." So then he goes on stage and he goes. We're playing Oklahoma State. He goes, "Oklahoma State!" So everyone cheers, right? Then he goes, "Tulsa!" And then everyone boos. And then he says it slower. He goes, "Oklahoma State!" And then everyone like goes crazy. He goes, "Tulsa!" He does this like 6 times, and the audience is going insane by the end of it, like cheering and booing. And then at the end he goes, "Next week I'll be playing Tulsa. And I'll be doing that bit in reverse." Then he laughs. Everyone laughs. So then they loved him. You know, they didn't even notice I was on stage. And so anyway, then the show ends. And then I'm talking to him, and I was telling him because when I grew up, my dad and I would listen to Bill Cosby albums. He would love Bill Cosby, my dad. So I said, "My dad loves you." He goes, "Where's your dad?" When I said Ottawa, he goes, "Ottawa," and then he turns to his manager guy who was with him, and he goes, "Maury, aren't we playing in Ottawa? When? I thought the schedule." So then the guy goes, "Yeah." He goes, "We're doing it in August." He goes, "Yes, take the man's name down, and we will." And so then he says, "I will meet with your father, take him back, and we will speak, and I will put him in the front because he will like to be, and then after, and so just put the number down on the paper." So then, like, I go to write the number down, and it occurs to me that my father's dead. So, but I don't want to say that to Bill Cosby, you know. So I just write down any fucking number. Like I just write the area code and then 7 digits. So that's the story. So then later, like a couple of months go by, and this also shows you like the power of like a guy like Bill Cosby. I was doing some lame thing on the Drew Carey show, you know, I was supposed to be a lawyer or something. For one episode of the Drew Carey Show. So I'm on the Drew Carey Show. I'm rehearsing, And the lady runs up and she goes, "Bill Cosby's on the phone." You know. I go, "What?" So I go and I answer the phone, and it's there, I swear. It's Bill Cosby. So I go, "Hello?" He goes, "Your father does not answer at the phone." I phoned the number, and the phone rang, and it then another voice came that was a machine, and it was a person saying that the number was not used by a person and all this, so I'm like, instead of just telling him, I just said, "No, that's the number." That was all. I didn't know. It was impossible for me to say. But, so anyway, that's the story. And then I told that story on Letterman once, and I guess Cosby saw it, and then the next day, this was when I was working on Saturday Night Live, the next day I went to my office, and there was like 300 like things of flowers. There was flowers like everywhere in my office. And then and then about 5 days later, like I found there was a little tiny card on one of the flowers, and it said, I hate to be the one to break, I'm doing his voice, but it said, "I hate to be the one to break it to you, but your father is long since dead." So that's the story. God damn, that was a long story.
But it was good. It was good. Have you had any contact with Dr. Cosby since then, Norm?
The doctor, yeah, Dr. William H. Cosby, E.D.?
Yeah, that's him.
No, I've never talked to Bill Cosby since then. But I love that guy.
How much are you bothered by the fact that this comedian who you really thought was great turns out to be this person doing horrible things? Do you separate his work from the person? Does it taint it at all?
Not at all.
Not
because. Listen,
not at all.
Listen. Suppose
nothing else for me to do.
I don't know nothing about these old fellers, but you hear, "Hey, Beethoven."
Yeah.
Raped his own daughter.
He did?
Well, let's say he did.
Okay.
Would you give a good goddamn? Would you give a rat's ass?
Yeah, I would. That's pretty bad. Pick up different crime.
Right.
Different crime.
Now, do you think Cosby's legacy will be hurt?
Yeah.
You do, huh? I mean, there was a comedian, Patton Oswalt, he told me, "I think the worst part of the Cosby thing was the hypocrisy." And I disagreed.
You disagree with that?
Yeah. I thought it was the raping. That's my feeling. Most rapists are hypocrites. You don't meet many go, "I like raping, and I know it's not politically correct, but by God," people go, "Well, he's not being a hypocrite, and that's the worst part."
Sometimes you'd see guys, like I knew this guy, I don't know if have you ever met a guy who's like, you don't even understand it, but just gets women all the time, and it's like very mysterious.
Yeah.
Like I know this one guy literally got a different woman every night. I'm not even exaggerating. I asked him what his secret was. He said he was a serial rapist.
So for him, it was just
I don't think that counts.
perfect.
Who's Michelle Greppy?
Yeah, you got a bad review in the paper by Michelle Greppy. She hates you.
Yeah.
What'd she say?
But the
Tell
New
me
York
something.
Times loves me. But Michelle Greppy hates me.
What's something Michelle said?
She says, all the charm of a date rapist. But a date rapist has to have charm, right? That's true. A date rapist has to have a lot of charm, right?
I would imagine so.
Real rapists don't, but date rapists.
They have to have enough charm to get you on a date.
They gotta get you on a date, exactly. He took your punchline.
Dream date with Norm. Who wants a dream date with Norm? Why sit home alone? Just pick up the phone.
Call 1-877-WIN-NORM by November 3rd and leave a message telling Norm what you'd do on your dream date. Grand prize winner will be flown to L.A. 1,000 first prize winners receive a CD of Norm's favorite love songs. Sponsored in part by AT&T. Warning, when Norm comes to your house, he will look nothing like this. Do not operate Norm while intoxicated. The producers are not responsible for Norm's behavior.
A Boston. But a guy was just telling me, hey, listen, Bill Cosby, first of all, is my hero ever since I was a kid, because I always wanted to be like him, and I got his albums, tried to emulate him, but I didn't like his stand-up, but I like the way he was as a man. Because this was before, they didn't say he was a rapist on the fucking liner notes of the albums, you know. As my buddy said, he said, the worst part about Cosby was he was a hypocrite. And I said, I don't think that was the worst part. To me, the worst part was the raping. Way up high. And then the second would be the drugging. And then the third would be the scheming. But anyways, hypocrisy would be way fucking down the line, you know, like on the 4th page or some shit. Like, I'm no expert, but I think probably most rapists are hypocrites. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? A lot of guys go, I like to rape, I don't give a fuck. I know it's not a politically correct thing to say, but I like raping. Go, God damn, at least he's not a hypocrite. That's the worst. That's the worst part of it. But he, imagine you're a girl. Some of you will be easier. No, imagine you're a girl. You're in a gift shop in Vegas or some shit. You go, I'm gonna buy this snow globe for my. Oh, it's the most famous guy ever, Cosby. You know, Cosby's there, and he's like, "You want to go to my room? It's the biggest room ever." And so you go, "Yeah, of course I want to go to your room. Biggest star ever, biggest room ever. What the fuck? You don't have to be a girl. You fucking go." And then you go up, and then you're like, fuck, look at this. I've never seen... And he's like, you want a glass of water? You go, yes, that would be nice. And then you go, why is it purple? Why is it fizzing? Like in a monster movie. Just drink it. It's famous people water. And drink, and everything goes fucking crazy and shit. And they come out of it, they're like, what the fuck? I was just in the gift shop. What's that? Cosby cock? I can swear that's a Cosby cock. That's impossible. A Cosby cock? Why would there be a Cosby cock in my face? Wait a second, I remember. I'll call for help. Hypocrisy! A man committed hypocrisy on me in room 10304-204. There's too many numbers in the hotel room. God damn. Cosby. But when you think about that show, people go hypocrite and shit. But in a way, when you think about the show he had a regular fucking life. But then what was his job? He looked in women's pussies and stuff. And you never saw it. They never showed you that part. So in a way, maybe he wasn't a hypocrite.
We went and saw him.
You know, I had maybe the greatest Bill Cosby story ever.
Really?
And now it's not in the top 10,000. Because I'll tell people the story.
Right.
And I'll constantly be interrupted by, and then did he rape you? I'm like, he didn't ever rape me. It had nothing to do with the story. It's like one of those little things. You know when people do like real bad things and then they add on a little thing? It happens a lot in crime and shit. Like I remember, I'm just swearing because I can. like crime. Fuck it, shit. But sometimes a guy will commit a heinous crime, then they'll add like some fucking like I remember Richard Speck. You know, some of you are old enough to remember this guy. He busted into a house full of nurses, raped and killed 9 nurses. He was charged with 8 counts of rape, 8 counts of murder, 1 count of breaking and entering. So the whole defense became, I tell you, that door was a little bit open. You could have jimmied that open. We're going to take pictures of it and show it to the jury, blow them up. Then the judge was like, all right, fuck that one. Because judges are wise, like owls. So the judge knows he doesn't want the guy, 8 counts guilty, 8 counts guilty, and on the case of breaking and entering, innocent. And then he's like, hey, what did I tell you, everybody? Waving at people with his orange thing.
I had a black guy open for me, and I got him into the hotel.
No way.
Nice guy, Vince Champ. His name was Vince Champ. Oh, no. I don't know whatever happened to that fella. But a nice man.
Arrested for rape.
He knows. He knows. And he's not making fun of rape.
Well, it's like that comedian that would rape people at comedy club. No, in colleges.
Yes, Vince Champ.
They always said his great gimmick was that people would think who did it, and they never, because he'd go on to another town and another college, but when people say, what about the comic?
Yeah. Maybe the worst gimmick a comic ever had. Why is there an app for everything except how to rape a baby?
Jesus.
One of the most popular documentaries on Netflix. One of the most popular documentaries on Netflix is Jiro
Dreams of Sushi?
Jiro Dreams of Sushi.
I've seen that. It's very good.
That's a
fantastic documentary.
One of the least popular documentaries, Jiro Nightmares of Acid.
Oh, yeah.
That
unwatchable.
I liked it. The DVD commentary.
This is not topical. It's just about. It's as if it's about your life. You know.
How come none of my friends ever have a dungeon? Instead, they all just have rape dungeons. So it's not a regular dungeon. That's what you're saying.
Dungeon.
Thanks for again. The bus. I've never been thrown under an entire Trailways fleet.
Why did the moron throw the clock out the window?
Why?
Because it reminded him of Richard Clock, the man convicted of knife raping his wife. Good God Almighty!
You know,
Jesus.
There used to be all right.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that one was coming.
Wait, I have a question. So you guys are 2 very funny females, but when you post videos on the internet, sometimes being a female is a little bit different than if I was to post a video on the internet. What's that like for you two?
We've been called certain things
many times. How do you deal with that stuff?
I think I'm numb to it now. We've been called everything so many times. I can't even. In the beginning, it was like, anymore. Oh my God, I can't believe this. We should just stop doing this. And then now we just don't read the comments and keep doing it.
Yeah, I think that's the right way to do it.
I think the last comment I read
are you guys talking about Barfy Man 362?
Exactly. Is that you?
No, that's that motherfucker. I don't even want to give him attention, but, listen, saying those kind of things about me.
Talk to him right now. Talk to Barf.
Listen, Barfy Man 362.
Right.
No, you cannot rape my mother with a knife.
Now it's official.
Yeah, that's the kind of comment we didn't want to read anymore.
Yeah.
A lot of sandwich makers. Bitches, go make me a sandwich.
Oh.
Those ones bother me less than the knife. Oh yeah, the raping ones are worse.
Yeah, you don't want to be raped with a knife.
I'll gladly make a sandwich. I would much rather be raped with something else.
I mean, whatever they call crazy. I mean, you wouldn't want to get like a guy like Jeffrey Dahmer or something like that. I mean, you wouldn't want anybody who might eat you at lunchtime, but that was his name, right? Jeffrey Dahmer?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, got killed by a broomstick raped to death.
Really? That's
they
smart.
say it's one of the worst ways to go.
Yeah, exactly. On the list of the 1,000 ways. Yeah,
they say drowning is very peaceful.
Right.
Broomstick rape.
Not good.
I don't even know what's wrong with hypocrisy anyways. What's the problem with hypocrisy, you know? People are always against it. Go, you know what I hate worse than anything? Hypocrite. But imagine your life if you weren't a hypocrite, you know what I mean? Like if you had a kid, you go, okay, Billy, you're 7 years old now. You know what I mean? And then you tell them who you really are. That's not a good idea. Now, sit down, Billy. I'm going to tell you some evil shit I did through most of my life that I've been keeping from you. But a guy was just telling me, hey, listen, Bill Cosby, first of all, is my hero ever since I was a kid, because I always wanted to be like him, and I got his albums, tried to emulate him, but I didn't like his stand-up, but I like the way he was as a man. Because this was before, they didn't say he was a rapist on the fucking liner notes of the albums, you know? That's my buddy said. He said, the worst part about Cosby was he was a hypocrite. And I said, I don't think that was the worst part. To me, the worst part was the raping. Way up high. And then the second would be the drugging. And then the third would be the scheming. But anyways, hypocrisy would be way fucking down the line, you know, like on the 4th page or some shit. Like, I'm no expert, but I think probably most rapists are hypocrites. You know what I mean? You don't meet a lot of guys go, I like to rape, I don't give a fuck. I know it's not a politically correct thing to say, but I like raping. Go, God damn, at least he's not a hypocrite. That's the worst. That's the worst part of it. But he, imagine you're a girl. Some of you will be easier. No, imagine you're a girl. You're in a gift shop in Vegas or some shit. You go, I'm gonna buy this snow globe for my. Oh, it's the most famous guy ever, Cosby. You know, Cosby's there, and he's like, "You want to go to my room? It's the biggest room ever." And so you go, "Yeah, of course I want to go to your room. Biggest star ever, biggest room ever. What the fuck? You don't even have to be a girl. You fucking go." And then you go up, and then you're like, fuck, look at this. I've never seen... And he's like, you want a glass of water? You go, yes, that would be nice. And then you go, why is it purple? Why is it fizzing? Like in a monster movie. Just drink it. It's famous people water. And you drink, and everything goes fucking crazy and shit. And they come out of it, they're like, what the fuck? I was just in the gift shop. What's that? Cosby cock? I can swear that's a Cosby cock. That's impossible. A Cosby cock? Why would there be a Cosby cock in my face? Wait a second, I remember. I'll call for help. Hypocrisy! A man committed hypocrisy on me in room 10304-204. There's too many numbers in the hotel room. God damn. Cosby. But when you think about that show, people go hypocrite and shit. But in a way, when you think about the show he had a regular fucking life. But then what was his job? He looked in women's pussies and stuff. And you never saw it. They never showed you that part. So in a way, maybe he wasn't a hypocrite. What the H is going on with Tiger Woods? As we all saw on Sunday, the guy can't even sink 3-foot putts at Augusta anymore. Why? Because we are still in his head. That's why. When I first heard about the scandal, like everybody else, I was shocked. You know, I was like, hey, wait a minute. Are you telling me that Tiger Woods, the $6 billion man, the greatest athlete in the world, the super handsome, charismatic guy, you're telling me that that guy likes to lie down with ladies? I don't buy it. I don't buy it for a minute. Then, when it was proved true, I got all self-righteous. I was like, I don't like hypocrites. He's a public figure, and that's not how he presented himself in public. He always presented himself in public as a golfer. I didn't know he was leading some kind of double life where he golfed by day and then laid down with ladies by night. If I'd known that, I never would have bought the Buick. Now I'm driving around in my Buick with everybody snickering at me. And listen, how naive was I? You know, what did I think Tiger's life was? You know, was he like, hey, I've won 4 straight majors. What should I do now? I know. I'll go back to my hotel room all by myself. Okay, here I am in my hotel room. Let me just close my hotel room window. Too many ladies chanting my name out there. I know, I'll order some room service. Hello. Yes, I'd like to order... hello, Nicole. I'd like to order a chicken breast sandwich. No, if I wanted a job to end all jobs, I would have asked for one. I want a chicken breast sandwich with a pickle. So anyways, Tiger has admitted that he is a sex addict, but what is a sex addict? Now, take my Uncle Bert, for example. A fine fellow. He's been married to my Aunt Ruth for the last 50 years, and they still have a wonderful, healthy sex life. Now, ask yourself this. How addicted to sex do you have to be to have sex thousands of times over half a century with this thing? If you're looking for a sex addict, I'll give you a sex addict. Uncle Bert. Now, also, Tiger is different than you and me. Now, how many chances do we have in our life to commit adultery? Maybe 10. So if we stray once, it's not even 10. We just think it's 10. If we stray once, that's 10%. Now, Tiger may have had sex with 50 or 60 girls, but what about the 3 million he could have but didn't? You got to factor those gals in. Then that makes the percentage 0.000000006, which statistically is 0. So, from a strictly mathematical standpoint, Tiger Woods is the most faithful man who has ever lived. All right, so let's get out of his head and let Tiger be Tiger. What the H?
You just reminded me, and of course everyone's been thinking about him a lot lately, Norm Macdonald. But one of the reason I bring up Norm is Norm, you were describing everybody was following the same rules as a talk show host, which is, okay, you've got to come on, you've got to come up with 3 or 4 stories, they've got to have a beginning, middle, and then payoff. It's got to be something that really happened to you. Norm was this Picasso who decided the eyes don't have to be where the eyes really are, the nose doesn't have to be. He blew it all up, and he would tell stories that were completely fake. I know. They were 100 years old, they were corny jokes, and he would just tell them like they happened to him.
From a little town, it's called Monkland, and it's only 108 people.
108? That's
Yeah,
small.
it's country, you know, it's really rural. And but man, I'll tell you, there's lots of funny stories from there.
And I remember the first time he did that, me talking to him and thinking, okay, well, he's got these different, you know, I don't know what we're going to talk about here. And he'd come out and he'd go like, hey, how's it going? And I'd be like, oh, Norm, what's going on with you? I bought a farm. I'm like, What? You bought a farm? You're like, yeah, I bought a farm. I got 3 daughters, each prettier than the next.
There was a guy, man. He lived down the road. His name was John Neil Mergerison. And this guy, I went to him once. I've been away for a couple of years. You know, I moved to the city. You know, and I came back and I said, John Neil, how you doing? You know, I went to his what do you got, farm? And
yeah, that thing. Yeah.
So he's showing me his pigs. He had a bunch of pigs there. You know, he had a bunch of pigs, a bunch of them, and one of the pigs had a wooden leg. You know?
And Andy would be sitting there, and Andy's from the Midwest. He'd be like, wait a minute, I know this joke. This is a joke my grandfather told me. And he'd be like, my grandfather told me.
He says he's mature, and I think it's because he's telling my grandfather's jokes. Stop it, both of you.
One has a peg leg, the other has an eye patch, and the third one, she had a wheelbarrow, and it's just a joke. And he would do it,
dresses it
and
up
he
as a
would
story.
dress it all up, and I would think, you asshole. That's the most genius thing in the world, because who really wants to hear what a celebrity, you know, we're all like, well, there is that funny time that I over-tipped a little bit, I'll tell that story.
Yeah.
And he was like, no one wants to hear that.
No.
They want to hear a joke from 1911.
He was like the gold. Watching him on your show was the gold standard of, and he was one of those guys. I didn't know Norm at all. I wish I'd never met him. But I would hear all these great stories. I remember watching him on your show once years ago. It was the dumbest bit, where he was doing something and he made some terrible joke and you went, what? And Andy went, what? And he goes, oh, listen to this guy. He's been downloading male porn all day. and then, like, apropos of nothing, and Andy's like, what?
Mr. Roper. Yeah.
You know, Mr. Roper?
Yeah.
That's not a good hero.
That's all I got.
Better than this guy's hero is some gay porn actor. But anyway.
What are you talking about? What?
I'm saying.
What are you saying?
Let me tell you something about gay porn. Seriously. That doesn't mean a guy's gay. I'm not saying that. Because a guy watches gay porn all the time.
Just cut to a single. Just of Norm, really?
Gay porn. I enjoy gay porn. I'm not gay. Gay porn is a genre that just cuts across all demographics. You know? Young people, old people, straight people, the gay people enjoy it. Everybody likes gay porn. But this guy really likes it. Now they had to bring it back this week, so they had a compromise. They're allowing one porno magazine.
Only one?
Only one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the porno magazine that they're putting in is Hairy Guy's Ass Illustrated.
Really? Yeah. Well, if you're going to only allow one, I would think that's the one, you know, probably.
It's a good magazine, though.
It is a good, you know.
It's not. It's not all just pictures of hairy guys' ass.
The articles are good. All right.
See, I just read it for hairy guys' asses.
Well, see, that's you, Andy. Just people are all different.
He was telling me before the show last week he went to the hairy guy's ass mansion.
It was great. Why didn't you? Andy has all the fun. He gets to all the big celebrity parties.
Right. Him and Jimmy Kahn.
This is one I heard recently, because since when he passed away, you heard all these stories from all these people, but Norm liked to bet. You know, Norm liked to gamble, and he liked to bet, and he borrowed $200 from someone. And I said, oh. And then the person kept coming up to him and saying, hey, can I get that $200? And he's like, I don't know. And in that Norm way, kind of getting out of the room and shambling away in all angles and elbows. And the guy kept asking for it, and the guy went, hey, come on, man, that means a lot to me. I had $200. I want my $200. Hey, you lost $200. I lost $5,000. Leave me alone. He just got yelled at the guy. You think you got problems? I got bigger problems.
What was the most you ever bet on an event?
$400,000.
Who was it on?
Atlanta Falcons against the Denver Broncos, 1990.
What's amazing is people don't realize is that Norm at the time in the 90s when the OJ trial was going on.
Well, let's be clear, we're not cheering the OJ murder.
Yeah.
Let's just be very. We're cheering Norm's heroic comedic response to that terrible event.
Yeah.
There you go.
We're on record having said that.
Yeah.
And so he's on the show, and at the time, the guy who was running NBC really evidently was friends with OJ, and wanted Norm to stop. So I think maybe a bunch of people here might be too young to appreciate how much Norm's boss was telling him to stop making jokes about OJ, and he was told, you gotta stop. And that weekend, Norm comes out and goes, he's on Weekend Update. He says, it turns out the Los Angeles Police Department admitted today that they had planned to frame O.J. Simpson for those murders until they got to the crime scene, and it turned out he did it.
A shocking new development in the O.J. Simpson case. Late this afternoon, a high-ranking official in the Los Angeles Police Department admitted to Geraldo Rivera that the police did conspire to frame O.J. Simpson for the murders of Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman. However, they called the conspiracy off when they got to the murder scene and found that O.J. really did do it. While in England, where he spoke at Oxford University.
Why you going high? Push me to the side. Just keep going on and I ain't getting tired. Yeah, you try to crucify all the good inside. You going come now.
Double down. Yeah, and then he would stare at the camera. He would stare at the camera and hold, which is this incredible middle finger in comedy.
Incredible.
Turns out he did it. And he would stare at the camera, and even if the crowd wasn't laughing, he would stare at them like, you heard what I said.
Yeah. And his job was on the line.
Yeah.
Well,
that's a point that I try to make again and again and again, is that there are a lot of people who talk about being brave in comedy and bravery, and I think, no. The risks of falling off a Segway. But no, it's rare. It doesn't happen that often, but Norm is one of those people, and it doesn't happen that often. People that their careers are hurt by the chances they're taking. Their careers he would do things that would get in the way of him advancing in show business. Whether it was his stint on the ESPYs or what he did at SNL, he would do things that would impede him from moving up the ladder. And there are a lot of people that don't take any risks and then get credit for being brave. And that's where you lose me, Will, you know?
Wait.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, you're talking about me?
No, the different Will.
You're talking about Ferrell.
I'm talking about Will Ferrell, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, Ferrell.
He's the worst.
He's the worst
He's
guy
such a
you'll
monster.
There's something about Norm Macdonald that every time he opens his mouth, I laugh. I don't know. It's just the style. It's the type of thing you can ask him anything. I mean, you remember from Saturday Night Live, and he anchored Weekend Update, and then did some OJ thing and got taken off by, what's the guy's name who took you off? I don't know. You don't remember either, yeah. Anyway, aside from having the same birthday as me, you got problems. You're wearing eyeglasses, and the reason
wearing
is
eyeglasses
why?
because I swam for 2 days and got chlorine in my eye, and then I don't know, man. I thought I had allergies at first, but now I go, no, this feels like chlorine, like it burned my eye or something. I don't know if that can actually happen.
Yeah,
I'll have to check the computer. I Google, computer MD, and then he tells me.
Is that the way it works?
That's what I do now, because I'm a bit of a hypochondriac. So
it makes life easy.
I'll go, and I'm reaching the age where, when you're young, you go, hey, man, my left arm hurts. Let's go, I'll have some soup. But then when you're older, you go, oh, my left arm. So it's probably nothing, but I could be having a massive heart attack.
Well, if you did, that'd be great publicity for the show.
Oh, I don't have one now.
Oh, if you're going to do it here. Well, look, everybody'd be talking about you. I get the publicity. It would work.
Yeah, it would. In a cynical world, it would work.
If you had to do a show right this minute, can you just turn on a dime and do it?
A comedy show?
Mm-hmm.
On what?
Well, you're hearing. Yeah. No. Forget me. You were at Cobb's right
yeah,
now.
I can do it, yeah.
You can do it? You just turn yourself on and off?
Yes, sir.
Can we turn up the volume a little?
Am I not talking loud enough?
There you go. No,
Okay,
there you go. So what happened to your sports gig? That wasn't a bad show. And
That's fun, man, because I knew about sports, and so it was fun to do something like, because when I did Weekend Update and we did politics, I don't know anything about politics.
Oh, yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Why, because you're Canadian?
Because it doesn't interest me. It's gossip. It's like reality show to me. Like if I watch, sometimes I'll turn it on, and I feel like a moron. Like a guy's going like there's a politician that I'm supposed to back or something, and he's like, I'm like, I'm going to watch him. And then he goes, we got to get America working again. And I go, okay, I'm a moron. Okay.
So you don't vote?
This is my guy.
Well, you're an American citizen, right?
No.
No, you're still Canada? Who's the Prime Minister of Canada? I don't know. Don't look at me.
It's so
You're the
inconsequential. Even when you're Canadian, you rarely remember because it doesn't really, it's much more, if you're a Canadian, it's much more important to know the President of the United States than the Prime Minister of Canada.
And to know everybody on a hockey team.
Yeah.
Stephen Harper. I just got
That's
that.
his name.
That's his name, Stephen Harper.
Conservative from the West Coast.
The West Coast being what, Vancouver or something like that?
Maybe Alberta. Maybe. I think it's Alberta.
Did you sleep last night?
I didn't. I haven't slept like about 3 days. I've been very tired. Why, do you sound tired or something?
Yeah, it could have fooled me, yeah.
Well, I thought maybe I was getting a cold. I'm not sure. I had a sore throat.
That's that. Did I shake your hand?
I was warning everyone not to.
Yeah, I'm paranoid. I don't.
No, I am too. I'm like always that. So I thought it was just allergies with the chlorine. I don't know. I may be having like a cold or some gross thing.
You think?
I don't know. I haven't been sleeping very well. I've been sleeping, but like,
it's a shame we don't have a sleep train to add this hour. I could have helped you with that.
Yeah, sleep what?
Yeah, Sleep Train. It's a sponsor of ours.
Oh, Sleep Train.
A Sleep Train. Yeah, and they have all these different mattresses.
Oh, mattresses. I got a mattress.
You got a mattress?
Yeah, I got the hardest mattress there was in the store.
What was that?
I don't know what it's called. It was a mattress store I went to, and the guy said, "What do you like? This." He goes, "Would you like try a harder one?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "What about the hardest one of all?" I go, "Yeah." So that one was really cool. I go, "I'll get this."
And it's worked out?
Man.
It doesn't seem to have.
It's like sleeping on the floor.
Is it really? Why don't you just sleep on the floor? It's cheaper.
Well, I would, but people tell me, I don't know, people tell me I shouldn't, and I think if I roll around in a fetal position, it'd be a lot of pressure on my skeleton against the hard floor. It might be really too hard.
Well, you could get a pillow for that. That's a lot cheaper. Go back to the sports show. Why'd they cancel it?
I don't know. I think
they said low numbers, but I read that you were getting like a million a night. That wasn't bad.
It was good. Yeah, we had good numbers. I don't know why they didn't. I think they thought, well, I mean, there is a right thinking to when something has sports in its title, no woman will watch. Therefore, you cut the audience in half instantly, which is a bad mistake.
That's not really true. A lot of women who love sports.
But no, there's not. No, not that'll watch it.
Oh, yeah.
No, well, that's not what the numbers showed.
Really?
No, the vast majority of women didn't. Even when, like in testing, they'd show the show, and then women and men would like it equally, you know what I mean? But they were forced in testing to watch it. But in the thing, when it says sports on it, the lady wants to turn it to a different channel. We're much more old-fashioned than you think.
Be honest with me on something. Would you be honest with me on something?
Yeah, of course.
Because I don't care. It's California. I'm not just really. You ripped it all?
Ripped? Mm-hmm. You mean steroids?
No.
Oh, no. Drip? No. God, no.
Then you're just tired. Then you're just tired? I mean, you just come off like you're just enjoying life too much. Just kind of.
Oh, no.
Kind of rolling with it.
God. I'm not enjoying life. I'm either sick, I'm taking NyQuil.
NyQuil's like taking drugs.
Well, it is kind of.
Yeah, they got alcohol in there.
Yeah, I know, and I don't handle alcohol at all. But, it makes you sort of like, it takes away your stuffed up nose.
You know what helps
at the expense of being like sort of lightheaded.
Ice Cold Studio helps.
It is ice cold in the studio.
Trying to help.
I said I should have because I just came from L.A. where it was deadly hot.
Like 100 degrees there.
Yeah, it was insane. So,
well, this is our heat wave. It's going to be like 86. Lloyd said 86 today in the city.
That's going to be cold. That is going to be very cold.
That's cold.
Yeah.
No, 86 is...
I'm down by the water, so it should be cold there.
I can imagine doing this.
Also, I think my voice is real low, like because I'm so nasal for my thing. That's what I think. That's why you think I'm ripped, because I realize I'm so nasal. I'm kind of slurring, and I gotta get more energy. But the energy will be very false because I'm so breathless.
Would you rather be doing the show, or would you rather be me having to do the interview? 808-0810 if you want to have fun with Norm.
That's the eternal question.
Ain't it ever? 808-0810, Ron Owens, KGO.
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer.
I remember as a little kid, I was like 8 years old, and I was behind my garage. I was sneaking a cigarette back there, and my dad caught me. I'll never forget it. And he grabbed me, and he hauled me in, and I thought I was in for the strapping of my life, you know? What he did is he pulled out this giant cigar. Must have been half the size of my arm, this big cigar. Stuck it in my mouth, lit it up, made me smoke it all the way through, right to the end. That's when I started smoking cigars real heavy.
That, of course, is Norm Macdonald. Now, how would you did you hear yourself just now?
Yeah.
You think you sound the same?
No, I don't sound anything like that. That was when I was like young, and I was like, when I did my act, I was like in dead fear. So like my voice would like go octaves up, you know what I mean?
In fear of what? People not liking it?
I don't know. No, I didn't really care if people liked it. I think when I have this thing where if I'm afraid if I go on stage, I'll have a big heart attack and croak, and then I always think that.
You do?
Yeah.
Again, it'd be good publicity for the club. I mean, you're going to be where? You're going to be over at Cobb's this week.
Cobb's,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, we good. Help them out a little bit. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. No, I have nothing against being a martyr.
All right.
For comedy, for free speech.
I'm gonna need help on this. 808-0810, folks. You help interview him. Okay. Let's have fun. Rachel, San Jose, start it off. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning, Ron. I just wanted to tell you, Norm, that I've loved you for so long, and I really love the roast you did for Bob Saget. That was just some of the funniest comedy I think I've ever seen.
Oh, you're sweet.
Saget's a friend. I like him.
Saget's a good guy.
Where was the roast on, Rachel? I never saw it.
I think it was Comedy Central, and
really?
It was so great. If you could play a clip of it, I don't know if you can, but
I can't, but Chris Hernandez can.
He was roasting the roast. It was just so funny.
Ah, all right. Do you remember any of it, Norm?
Yeah.
Yep. What do you remember?
I did a roast of Bob Saget, and why? Do you have a clip of it?
No, we will get one.
Oh, he said there was a clip.
I think we're gonna go. Where are you going with this?
No, I was just wondering if there's a clip.
All right, no.
No, I instead of just explaining it, but it was supposed to be, these roasts. You're supposed to like insult people and be real dirty and stuff like that. So instead of doing that, I got a book that my dad gave me when I was a little boy. It was called like 101 Insults to Tell People at a Retirement Party. So I got all my jokes out of that book.
You did, huh?
Yeah, and then and none of them were dirty at all. They were like.
I'm going to give it one more shot. How'd you get the Saturday Night Live gig? If you were you were the guy that was afraid and your voice would rise, how'd you get the gig?
I don't know. I just went to Lauren. They like my stand-up, and then they said, come in and do 2 characters and 2 impressions. And I said, I don't got nothing.
And that was it?
Yeah, that was it. I said, I'll go on as a writer, because I said, I'm not going to the audition because I don't know how to do characters or impressions.
Here's what we're going to do. I've said it before, and I'll say it to your face, I love you. You make me laugh like crazy. I will plug where you're going. You're going to be at Cobb's tonight, 8 and 10:15, Saturday, 8 and 10:15, Sunday, 8 o'clock. Don't be upset with me. We're done, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks,
yeah,
Noah. I love you.
Cool.
I like you. Next time. We'll catch you next time.
Okay, baby. That was
500
fun.
new business cards. That's 500 first impressions.
At Staples, we know you're...
It was fantastic all the way through, but I just thought
well, that's yeoman's work.
Well, look, I went in and I took what I thought were the best moments.
Follow-up question: what's a yeoman?
Not a clue.
Russell Brand will know.
I'll bet you're goddamn right he will.
Okay, no need to curse.
All right, apologies.
But please.
Listen, what I'm saying is I trim the fat.
Taking the Lord's name in vain is one of the commandments that will get you raped by the devil for all of time.
Agree to disagree. If they put my name in a fucking publication like Entertainment Weekly,
don't
I
have
don't
to
think
swear.
if they put my name in a publication like Entertainment Weekly, I don't think you need to worry about gaining weight. They'll put you in something.
My doctor's getting very rude. The last time I went to him, he said, "Open your mouth and say oink." I mean,
I think we've come to the fact you need to find a new doctor.
I need to find a new.
This guy sounds like a real asshole.
New internist. Why do you continue to swear?
I don't know.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Charlie
some of the
Fleischer?
guys you started out with.
Charlie Fleischer?
Yeah, yes. Charles, he doesn't come by much anymore. But
Charles Fleischer used to always close the Improv. He'd always close.
Yeah.
And he'd do an hour.
I'm not sure. I think that guy's out of his goddamn mind. Am I allowed to say? I don't even know. If he comes back, it could be awkward. But
What happened?
He's just out of his mind.
He seemed like a good guy. You know? A confidence man sold him an apartment, rented him an apartment.
A confidence
Only last minute.
man?
Yeah, like
it
a
didn't go
paper
well.
moon, you know, like that kind of a guy.
Yeah, I got paper mooned.
He got paper
I
mooned.
think it was by
about
one of the guys that used to give you shit in your karate class. This big fucking Russian guy.
Oh, easy for
All right, it was a Russian guy.
Not all.
We've torn down the wall, Mr. Gorbachev, a long time ago.
My family comes from Russia. They're Russian Jews.
Russian and Jews is more like it.
I'm a fan of The View because Sherry Shepherd is a good friend of mine.
Sure.
And I've been on The View a lot, which is weird.
Yeah.
Because I'm on The View. Daphne Aguilera was on The View.
Oh, really?
Did Daphne Aguilera, he didn't rub your cock on my...
Okay, come on. This is what we're trying to get away from.
Sorry.
Came over and she said, "It's so lonely here, you know. There's been no men." And she caressed his arm. And one thing became the inevitable.
They had sex?
Yeah, so we don't have to be coarse about it, but yes. There is another sister that lives there, a leper.
So he fucked a leper?
Let's not be coarse. Good God, man, that's not how you tell a joke. That's supposed to happen through your mind. That's supposed to. But yes, you did fuck a leper. I don't like this when they make those dirty drinks.
Dirty Sanchez?
Dirty Sanchez. That's what you drink.
What dirty drinks?
No, they say like
pink pussy, and, like the pink pussy.
You don't have to be dirty, but the guy doesn't realize there's a TV camera aimed at him.
This is like your little brother.
God damn, man.
Oh, it
Precursor.
definitely was a
precursor.
That's a good word.
Because that's in Breaking Bad. But
Yeah.
also Weeds was like kind of the
Broke down the door for Breaking Bad.
broke down the door
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Breaking Bad, he says.
And he's the post-cursor. I got nothing. Man.
He's just a cursor.
I'm just cursed.
God damn, no, your words you use. Pussy. You are a bisexual.
Is that true? Yeah. Somebody asked me today, your producer actually, said, "So you came out a couple years ago, and what was that like? Was it a big..." I said, no, I didn't. I've never hit it.
Yeah, but you've never come out.
I never came out. I didn't have to.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I just thought of an idea.
What's that?
What if he comes out here on the show?
Brilliant idea. For Comedy Weeks?
Bisexuality is a real thing.
Yeah, some people don't think it's real.
They don't think it's real.
Yeah.
The joke that I heard is, like with me, people say, when I say I'm bi, straight people say, yeah, whatever, you're gay. And gay people say, yeah, whatever, you're gay. Like it's a cover up.
Isn't that
being
interesting?
gay.
Because
Yeah.
I think the opposite.
That it's a cover up to being
Not
straight?
a cover up, but I think that bisexuals are straight. I even think gay guys are straight. And I'll tell you,
I know what you mean, but that's because you are so straight.
No,
No,
this
that's
is
really
why.
what it is.
This is why, because
let's say you're gay.
You can't
right?
comprehend.
And you. No, I can comprehend. But let's say
there really is such a thing as bi. But go ahead, let me hear it.
Let's say you're gay.
Yeah.
Strictly gay, right? In society.
Okay. Yeah.
And you're hiding it. You marry a woman, you fuck her, you have kids, right?
This happens all the time.
Happens all the time. Now, let's take the reverse of that. Let's say you're straight. Can you imagine, just completely straight, could you imagine a scenario where you would enter a gay relationship, get your ass fucked every night for years just to put on appearances for the folks next door? I think a guy that fucks asses has an easier time fucking a pussy than a guy who generally fucks pussy moving over to a guy's hairy ass.
It's all,
No,
I don't
put it that way.
No, I don't think, because to me it's not, I think you're just confused.
Okay.
Because I think it's not about gender for me.
It's not about gender.
No, it's
like playing the numbers. Just, I mean, it makes sense.
It's just like me being attracted to somebody doesn't have to do with whether they're a man or a woman.
Yeah, what does it have to do with?
No, I almost said their personality, but but it does. I mean, that comes into play. But it's like, to me, this sounds even more shallow, but just beauty.
Yeah.
And men, you're a very beautiful man.
It sounds less shallow.
Well, no, it's shallow if you're just attracted to like a hot car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're getting into some because intimacy and sex is what there's love and then there's sex and sometimes they happen at the same time.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just sex and sometimes it's like there's just a hot woman or a hot guy.
Are bisexuals, do they generally get to in the homosexual part use their cocks? Do you know what I mean by that?
Everybody uses their cocks.
Well, no, they're not the guy getting fucked up the ass.
That's the other weird thing. When a guy has that kind of... I have had relationships with guys that really are straight. But I am having sex. I'm popping it up.
Yeah. Well, I believe that
straight.
a person that is not homophobic, because I think homophobia runs very deep.
Yes.
And I would say, that's what I say to my friends. I go, well, if you're not homophobic, why not whack off your friend that's a gay guy? Like, what's stopping you? Or blowing him? Or letting him fuck you in the ass? What's stopping you? You're not getting anything out of it, but he's having a hell of a time.
Well, that's where my window of opportunity
I bet it is, right?
One of them,
That is,
only if I like the person, and that's one of my arguments. But come on, it would be like that. It is kind of gross, if you're not into it, because it's like why not jerk your dog off? Your dog probably likes it, but that's because it's gross. He's a weird one, man.
How many people, though, seriously? I agree with you, it's gross, but do you think that happens a lot? Like lonely people and their dogs?
Jerking off their dogs?
Oh, yeah. Every time I see a woman walking down the street with a real big dog, I'm like, oh, they're going out.
Women?
Women are
but they don't
going
even
out
like
with
fucking.
They're going out with their dogs. No, they get their dogs to either go down on them. Judd Apatow recently, and I'm apologizing to him.
Oh, but his dog is
No.
sexy. I just thought of a good show. Fucking with the Stars.
Now that I would win.
Who would not watch
right
that?
to the top.
I would watch that.
You good at
every
fucking?
week.
You're probably good at fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never open up about my own sexuality, but I will right now.
Uh-oh.
I'm bad at whacking off.
What?
Bad at it?
Yeah.
How could you be bad at it?
I know. You would think it would be easy. It would be fortunate.
You cannot make yourself come?
Oh, I can, but at the wrong times. And I didn't even know about lotion.
Oh, till when?
Till somebody that was intimate with me said, "What are all those big red scabs on your cock?" And I was like, "That's from my fucking furious whacking off."
When was this? How many years ago?
I used like gloves.
What kind of gloves?
Sandpaper. No, look, I'm not good at sex.
Yeah, no, at all.
No, nothing.
It doesn't interest you.
That's the reason.
Yeah.
You got to be interested in something. This is my move. First of all, I'm not good at getting ladies.
Because you don't care.
Yeah, so I'll try to, like, I try to make it fast. Like, if I see a girl drinking at a bar, right? I'll go up behind her. I'll go. I can get us a bottle. And that doesn't work very often. But sometimes
you just want to
it
get
does.
right.
Yeah, I want to get right. Then I get the lady. I turn off all the lights in the room so it's pitch black, and then I lay down on top of her for 5-10 minutes. And I don't get a lot of return people.
Go well.
But you remind me of a guy that's good at fucking.
I love it.
Fucking and sucking. And since I've gained it, I sweat like a
you sweat like
a whore in church. I don't mean to be
what?
I don't mean to be filthy, but
whore in church.
Yeah, she's nervous, so she sweats because
sweating like a Chris Dorner in a Big Bear cabin.
Okay, come on.
Well, I'm just
that's racist.
Oh, good morning, whores.
Listen, Mary, let me talk to the whore. Is she around?
Who?
The whore. I think her name was Leek or Lisi or something. It was one of them weird names.
I want to kill Leisha.
Well, she better be careful then. Hey, wait a minute. Leisha, that's the whore. No, you can't kill her. Listen, Margaret, put on the whore. No, I thought she was a whore. I could have got my nose bit off by a Saigon whore. Got some news for you, whore. I'm packing up and moving out of this dump. I'm fine. Bronze like you were a dime a dozen. I'll see you in hell, baby. That's still cute?
Mm-hmm.
Did I say baby? I meant dirty whore. Hey, Shelley, don't forget that old saying about firemen. Don't be such a huge whore. Well, yeah, but you get the idea, right? That she was a huge whore?
Yes, I got that.
She also said, don't fall for any old whore like your daddy did. Well, Lori, I mean, you have to admit, you come off a bit of a whore in this whole thing. Hey, well, don't forget your huge collection of Mardi Gras beads, whore. Who do you love?
Kevin,
you gold-digging whore! Look, Taylor, I don't think you understand. You're a huge whore.
Which just goes to show you, Madonna's a whore. And in the worst job category, last year's winner, crack whore, has lost its spot. The new worst job is assistant crack whore.
There's only one occupation where the person does not keep his job when he
wins the lottery.
Wins the lottery. You know what that occupation is?
No.
Crack whore.
That was amazing. You pulled it out. I was worried about you for a minute. I thought you were in deep trouble. I thought you might get backed into a corner, have a lot more pressure on you, and then not have anything.
I know.